This is Agent 001 from Autospies.com with what I consider one of the most beautiful cars I've ever seen in my history of loving and driving cars, the new Rolls-Royce Ghost. It's just an instant classic in my opinion, Hall of Famer coming right out of the gate, timeless design, and I'm very lucky here to be with Andy from Rolls-Royce who's going to tell us, you know, there's a lot of talk about the Rolls-Royce brand, Andy, and about the magic behind it, but we never really hear a lot of the details, right? It's all an image and a mystique. Can you take us through and tell us a little bit about the car and what makes a Rolls-Royce a Rolls-Royce?
Sure, Don. Well, we're very, very excited about this car. It's a next chapter in a long history of Rolls-Royce, and part of what makes this car special as well as any Rolls-Royce is not only its craftsmanship, but the power, effortless power of the car. And what you've seen just in the video so far, this is an all-new design for us. It's a little more dynamic and contemporary than what you may be used to seeing in the Phantom. The engine is an all-new 6.6 liter V12 twin-turbo engine. It's 563 horsepower, 575 pound-feet of torque.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
At just 1,500 RPM. So you have 75% of the engine's power almost at the touch of the accelerator.
Now you were saying earlier it has an 8-speed transmission, but before we get into that, let's come around to the front and tell me a little bit about the front, because the face of a Rolls, I mean, it's just unmistakable. You've seen Phantoms. This one has an even more, I would say, subdued, more elegant face, not as, you know, shouting out, I've got all this dough when I'm driving around in this.
Yes, this is in the latest design. You'll notice on this Rolls, in previous cars, you have a more upright grille, but on the Ghost you have it shaped more like a jet air intake, where the grills are recessed back, but you have the familiar polished Rolls-Royce grille. The front of the car curves out. We call this a yacht line design, where you have a slightly pointed front, a steeply raked windshield, the classic proportions of a Rolls-Royce, a long hood, a long wheelbase, short front overhangs, long rear overhangs, the long wheelbase giving an excellent ride, and also giving it the look that you're used to seeing in the cars.
And of course we have this beautiful lady, the Spirit of Ecstasy. Tell me a little bit about this, and of course the magic of what this actually does on the car and your special version of it that we talked about earlier.
Well, the special version, obviously on this car, she's a little bit smaller than what we have on the Phantom, but like the Phantom, the Spirit of Ecstasy retracts into the grille at the touch of a button.
So no one can walk over and just yank it off when it just actually goes back into the car and hides away.
Exactly, but if you were to try and grab the Spirit of Ecstasy, she'll retract and turn the alarm on.
Now what if I was, you know, some really rich sheikh from Saudi Arabia and I wanted like a crystal clear version of the Spirit of Ecstasy? How customized can we get on these Rolls cars?
Well, we offer Spirit of Ecstasy in a number of different finishes. It comes in sterling silver, 24 karat gold, or a new clear version with an LED so that it lights up at night.
Very nice. Take me around the side and show me the doors and just the interior of the car. Now this is based on the 760i BMW platform, correct? Obviously you're owned by BMW, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, it is. However, it's very different. The body structure is completely Rolls-Royce, and by that we have a couple different things. Obviously the familiar coach doors, 80-degree opening at the front, 83 degrees at the rear. In order to have your classic Rolls-Royce, your seating position is higher than what you would see in a BMW product. Here you have, by using the steel construction, you get plenty of interior room, but in a smaller package than what we have with the Phantom.
And one of the things that you really can't see here too well on the video, I'm going to try to focus in here, is just the quality of the, as they call it in England, the bits and the material is just, it's stunning. The grains, the hides, the carpets.
And that's really, when you were saying in the beginning of the video, what makes a Rolls-Royce special? Well, you're looking at it right now. Things like leather. There are about 14 hides of leather in this vehicle. All the wood in this vehicle, we have burr walnut. All the wood is done, all the leather is done within our factory in Goodwood, England, all done by hand.
And of course you have the hidden umbrellas in the doors. Can you pop those out there? You always need those, right, of course?
Of course. Umbrellas are made of Teflon. They won't mildew. There's drains in the doors. They're always there when you need them.
Someone mentioned that maybe if you wanted to order a sword instead of an umbrella, you might be able to do that as well. Of course, right, if you have the money, you can do anything.
Exactly. Some of the other, this car rides on 20-inch wheels. This particular vehicle has a silver satin finish, which is new. Like the Phantom, we have the self-riding wheel centers, the silver satin bonnet, and this is a new paint process where this is a silver paint with a matte finish, and it complements the wheels and gives it a more modern, contemporary feel to it.
So who's the buyer of this car?
The buyer for us is about 80% entrepreneurs. They're people that own their own businesses. They provide products or services that you and I would use every day.
And estimated price on the car?
The car will start at $245,000, not including destination.
And available when in the United States?
Will be available in April 2010.
Andy, thank you very much for giving us a tour of the new, gorgeous, extremely gorgeous, absolutely to die for Rolls-Royce Ghost that you're seeing here on Autospies.com. Remember, spy before you buy.